Hi everyone, Coach Steve here with a video on what to do in the last few days in the lead up to your A race. Taper and the last few days coming up to race are a confusing time for a triathlete. We've been doing a lot of training, but now we're kind of tapering and we're a bit nervous and we're overthinking things. So here's some top tips just to make sure that that nervous energy is channeled in the right way. That will help you set yourself up for a good race day experience. Okay, tip number one, read the race brief and watch the videos if available or attend the briefing. Every single race is different, even if you've done 10, 15 Ironman. Me personally, I will always do the race brief. I will always watch the video because there's nuances to specific races. There might be no pass, so there might be a certain difference in what's available at the aid stations. So by reading it and familiarizing yourself, you are actually preparing yourself as best as possible. Do write things down for where the aid stations are on the course, what's in them, anything specific, and tie this into your race strategy document a little bit in that later. Tip number two, if you've got there early and it's a big race, it's a long distance, make sure you take the time to walk the course. And by the way, I highly recommend you do go to an Ironman race a few days early just to give yourself time if anything goes wrong with your travel, with your bike, etc. You don't want to arrive there one day beforehand and be in a massive queue for trying to service your bike. Get there early, put the time in, give this race the respect it deserves. Also, you'll have the opportunity to walk the course. The course will be set up 2-3 days in advance, and you'll be able to see where the swim exit is, the swim entry is, where the bike racks are, and other things that will help you kind of visualize and prepare for things race day. Things you want to look for are where the swim corrals are going to be. What does the swim exit look like? Ideally, get in and try the water a little bit, see if there's any currents, see if there's any swim sighting points. Where's the swim exit? Where is your, if it's an Ironman race, your blue bag, which rack going to be? Your blue bag is your swim to bike bag. Where is your bike rack going to be? Where is that beside? So you'll have an object you can target yourself as an, oh, it's beside that tree, it's beside that White House, etc. Where the bike mount line is, where you cannot get on the bike before that line, otherwise you get a time penalty. On the way back in, where the bike dismount line, where you have to get off the bike in its entirety before you can go enter transition 2, do it right or else a time penalty applies. Where your bike rack will be on, might be, even if it's a single transition, as in your T1 and T2 are the same, it will look different if you're coming in from a different angle. Or the races have split transitions, so the T1 and T2 are different places. How are you going to find where your bike is? Good thing is most races are racks are allocated by number, so you'll know if you're number 400, that's number 400, and there'll be stickers to indicate it. Take down. Where your red bag is, again, if an Ironman race, that's a bike to run bag. Where that is, where's the run exit? Write it all down. Again, we'll go in the race strategy document. Work out your logistics. Tip number three is work out your logistics from wake up to swim start. And again, swim start, work your way back. Your corral will go off, or you need to be in your corral by 7 o'clock. Work back, it's a 30-minute walk to transition. I expect I'll have to have half an hour to check on my bike, make sure my food and my bottles are topped up. I want to have a shower in the morning. It'll take me X amount of time to get breakfast. Work it back to the point where you know that to be in your swim corral start at 7 a.m. that you will have need to get up at 4:30, had your shower, start eating at 5, answer any calls of nature between 5 and 5:30, be leaving the house no later than, 5:45 if it's a 15-minute walk. You give yourself a lot of time in transition just in case anything's gone wrong, and do give yourself more time. There will be additional things that you don't realize. Maybe someone's your tire pressures are lower than because the air escaped overnight. Give yourself time to find a track pump and get that sorted. Minimize stress by leaving everything to the last minute. In the other few days and lead up to the race, another top tip is trial run all your equipment, not just your bike. When you get on it, make sure the brakes are working, the gears are working, etc. Make sure your garment's fully charged, your electronic shifters, if you have them, are fully charged. Try out your wetsuit, your goggles. Are they leaking? Okay, I can't use them, get a different one. Allow yourself every single chance to have any little equipment malfunctions before the race and fix them. So go through it, and just give yourself more peace of mind. Tip number 5, take time to plan and complete your packing. This is especially relevant for longer distance races, where there's a bag system for Ironman. And my tip is literally lay everything out on the floor in terms of the order of the things you're going to use it. So wetsuit, I'm going to wear that down. My tri-suit's going to be underneath it. My heart rate monitor's there. My goggles, my hat, okay, that means I'm good there. My blue bag, what needs to go in my blue bag? My bike shoes, my helmet, additional nutrition, salt tablets if I need them, or I think I might need them, put them out there. My red bag, what goes in there? My runners, my visor, my sunglasses, any water I'm going to carry with myself, etc. New socks. Put them out, step back, think through it. We'll go, okay, right, I'm going to go to the swim, I'm going to take that off. Oh, my neck guard, I forgot my neck guard, but I need to put that in there. Okay, right. And then once you feel that you've got everything there, take a picture. Top tip. Why? Because not only for social media, but later on the day before, after you've dropped your bags and go, oh God, did I put my visor in my run bag? Look at the picture. There it is. Perfect. Reducing mental anguish. Okay, last tip is take all these bits and pieces you've learned over the 2 days in the lead up to a race and actually write it into a race strategy. A race strategy is a very simple document that outlines what you're going to do and when you're going to do in terms of, and again, you'll include the things about you've worked out what time you need to get up at on race morning, what I'm going to eat on race morning, what time do you need to leave the house, what I'm going to do in transition when I'm going to check my tires, check my water, add on my fuel, what swim corral I'm going to get into, what is my target pace, what things I'd like to do in the swim, where I need to sight for, where I'm going to run out at the exit, what I'm going to do when I'm running into transition 1, where's my bag, when I'm on the bike, what's my target power, what's my target heart rate, what do I need to be aware of when the hills are coming. Again, all these pieces of information you've taken time to research and write down, therefore will help on today. The run, what's your pace going to be, what's your heart rate going to be, however you're going to control your intensity, and write it all down. Where the aid stations, what will I take at aid station 3, So essentially it tries to make it very mechanistic, so you know what you should be doing at different points in the race. And by doing this, you will prepare yourself for 80% of the eventualities. There will be things that go wrong, but you have to adapt and you just have to work on the fly on them. But at the bare minimum, writing it all down, having it there, it reassures you that you're in control, you know what you have to do, you know what you can do, and also you can read it the night before and just visualize and help you work through it. Another top tip there is put in your kind of some of mental prep and your race day strategies, what mantras you're going to use. Mantras are simple, powerful statements you use when things are getting hard, sort of whatever. If you're feeling on the run, was it engage core, head up, kind of whatever coaching tips you've worked on as you go along. What are the visualization strategies that you're going to do? What am I going to think if I'm feeling a bit down the bike? I'm going to start thinking about my family, they're going to cheer me on the run, my friends, I don't want to let down, etc. All these things that you can actually help in. Write it down. It'll help you remember them on race day. I do another video on race day mental execution as well. Do keep an eye out for that, but that's another video for another day. But look, the key thing is you've done your training, you are as prepared as you can be. You cannot get any fitter or stronger next day. These are the things you can do, these top 6 things that will actually prepare you for a better race day experience. Take your time, plan them, execute them. And remember, racing is a privilege that we have. This is your reward for all the hard work. Make sure you enjoy it. It's really, really, it's the most exciting part of our season. make sure you do it with a smile on your face. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope that was useful. If it was, please like and subscribe. I need to get the more subscribers I have, the more access you'll have to future videos. Also, if there's other things that you would recommend to athletes that you would that they should do in the lead up to the race day, please leave it in the comments below. I still like to add to my own knowledge base. Look, have a great race day. Hopefully see you at the start line sometime soon.